January 6, 2000. This date will always have significance in my head because that was the day my big brother passed away. It was also my dad's birthday, so the irony just is fully engulfed in this situation. The night before, my brother decided to go out with his friends and thought nothing of it and decided to go ahead and drink and drive. It was the most tragic decision that has affected our family. Backing up a little bit, I was 12 years old. I was doing homework and my brother was going off to work. Before he left, he slapped me in my face and said, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "I'm doing all right. How you doing, Sonny?" And that was the last conversation I'd had with him. I remember hearing the door close and hearing his truck go off. The next day, 2 cops show up at my house asking to speak to my parents. Fast forward a little bit later, principal's calling me into the office to personally escort me to the hospital. When I walked inside the hospital, I saw both of my parents' head down. The look that my mom had, I'll never forget. I remember she was wearing her business attire with mascara running down her face. And when I saw that, a strong, powerful, independent woman totally crumble, I knew my brother was in a really bad condition. Well, I asked my parents, "Is Sonny okay? Or did he die?" And my mom just put her head down. I looked at my dad and I realized my brother had died. I asked to say my final goodbyes. I guess it's against hospital policy to let a kid go see someone in that intensive of a unit. But they allowed me to go. And I remember saying goodbye to my brother, holding his hand, hoping that this nightmare would finally end. But it didn't. I said goodbye to my brother as the ventilator was breathing for him. And that's my last memories of my brother. My brother didn't look like my brother. But see, when my brother hit the tree, the truck rolled, and it rolled on him. I remember the doctors asking us if we wanted him to be an organ donor. We said, well, if my brother's going to die, might as well use something of him to help save someone else. And when the hospital, or the doctors, went to go harvest anything, my brother was so crushed physically that he couldn't donate anything. See, the decision my brother took that night to drink and drive solely was the most tragic decision he had on all of our lives. I don't blame my brother for all the hard things I had to deal with after, but I know that that event really spurred what was dormant inside of me. It's through this event that I realized that I wasn't totally normal like the other kids. After this event, I really exhibited signs of OCD, but coming from a family that, my parents just went to high school and they weren't super educated on the health and mental health aspect of life, they thought it was cute that I would throw away the soap when it would touch the floor because it might give my mom cancer, or the fact that I had to check if the door was locked 4 times before I could leave anywhere. See, I was exhibiting signs of conditional OCD, but I got through it. I was able to face my demons and get through it, but I didn't get through it by myself. For those of you who are going through a tragic death of a tight or close family member, a grieving group was the best thing that ever happened to my family for the first 6 months. Everyone knew how each other's story was going to end, but it was that sharing the grief and sharing those moments that was able to bond our families together to create a network of support. So grieving groups, definitely. Praying helped a lot. say talking to my friends and having a good support that really pulled me through. But definitely, it's very tough. I'll also say that although I still miss my brother to this day, and it's already been since 2000, time makes things a little easier. Time allows things to not be so intense. You're always going to have that hole in your heart, but I assure you, you're going to be able to live with it. See, I don't blame tragic events for what I'm dealing with. As I said in my earlier video, my new best friends are anxiety, OCD, and PTSD, and sometimes depression comes around. But I wouldn't be able to get through these things if I didn't have a strong support. And it's not necessarily just family, but it's also friends and groups that share the same similarities, whether they're grieving groups, anxiety groups, just things where you can feel normal, where if you talk to the average Joe, they're not going to understand what you're going through. So, yeah, the death aspect of life is tough. Losing my sibling was the worst thing that's ever happened in my life. But I will tell you, everything happens for a reason. The way my brother went, he was 24 years old. He had everything going for him. He made one decision, one bad decision, that changed all of our lives. I mean, really changed all of our lives. From seeing my mom incoherent and suicidal, and the only thing saving her life was me opening the door and her dropping a gun so that she wouldn't kill herself, to me developing these really odd behaviors that I had to learn to grow out of. I see them more so as blessings, because now we embrace and we enjoy the little things in life. Now my mom, my dad, myself, we're so much more empathetic for folks that have gone through the same things we have. So for those of you who are watching that have lost a loved one, that don't know how you're going to deal, you're going to be okay. You just got to keep one foot in front of the other. It's baby steps. But one thing, one blessing that comes out of this, guys, is that you're going to be so much more empathetic and understand where people are coming from. And maybe when you're in a stronger place in life, you can be that strong support for those that need you. So as promised, guys, I'm going to be talking about some of these tragic situations I've dealt with. I'm not here to seek internet fame, but to share and be vulnerable, to hopefully help those that are sharing the same story, the same tragic path I have shared. I'm here as an example to show you I'm a 30-year-old male. I hold a professional job and I'm able to make it work. It is possible, guys, and I wouldn't be making these videos if it wasn't. Trust me, some of the criticism I've already had, whether it's in comments or my peers, have been pretty strong. But for the few of you that can benefit knowing that through tragic events, you can develop beautiful framework and beautiful perspective and that you will be okay, I'm going to keep doing this for you guys. So, I'm Josh Boudreau. For those of you who liked my previous videos, shared my previous videos, and you real MVPs that have subscribed, thank you. Just know we're going to get through this together. This whole project is for me to bring people like you and me, people that may be a little different, we may be going through our different challenges at the moment. Those of you who need to seek shelter and know that everything's going to be okay, this channel's for you. And I promise I'll be making videos more regularly. Okay? So just promise me you'll get help and understand that things are going to be okay. Alright guys, I'm going to tune out for today, but I promise to be making a new video for next week. Just know, we're in this together, guys. Take it easy.